Hey, and welcome to 7 Minutes of Wisdom for your week. The theme for this week is anxiety, and yet again, this isn't one that's come off my list. I've been drawn lately more to just a sense of the themes that are at play, and this is something that I've been exploring a lot in my own life, and I wanted to offer a message of hope and just some insights around what I've learned about anxiety in my few laps around the sun. It's definitely my Achilles heel. It's definitely something that has offered challenges and continues to offer challenges. But as with all things that challenge us, as with all troubles, I suppose, there's a gift that comes with that. And I feel like I definitely have something that I can share and offer, having worked with anxiety quite extensively over the course of my life. So, for once I'm not getting ahead of myself, I can feel myself kind of scooting around it all a bit. There's a sense of vulnerability that comes with admitting the level of which you've explored one of these kinds of issues, I guess. But we do have 7 minutes, so I'm going to get to the point, because I could talk for 7 hours. So, anxiety I really sense as this feeling of unsafety, and not to reduce it down to that by any means, or to take away from the complexity of the issue. But I feel in a lot of ways it comes down to this sense of unsafety and also this sense of not being fully in our body. We're not feeling secure, we're not feeling grounded, whether we're trying to get ahead of ourselves and so our energy field is actually being pulled forward by stress or by overwhelm, or whether we've got this fear and this vulnerability that can be associated with feeling like love is at risk. Someone can take love away from us in one way or another, being the social anxiety and anxiety in relationships, and when we really get triggered by another person and thrown into that state of fear and into that fear response. So I feel that definitely at the core there are associations between our sense of safety and different conditions in the world. So, this may not apply for everyone, but it seems to be a very common theme, is we believe that in order to be safe, we need X, Y, Z. So say, for example, we need our partner to approve of what we do, or we need to have X amount of money in the bank. So these things are different for different people, and those associations between safety and different kind of qualities or conditions doesn't just apply to people who experience anxiety regularly and who suffer with anxiety. Anyone can experience that at any time. But what I was really wanting to kind of touch on today is the belief that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There seems to be this consensus put out there particularly by clinical psychologists and these kinds of professionals that anxiety isn't curable, it's only treatable. And I feel in one way that that's positive, because I suppose it takes away this kind of attempt to constantly fix or change. But at the same time, it feels like that can really help or really get people stuck in a victim mentality. It's like, rather than there being a light at the tunnel, there's just these breathing techniques and these different tools that you can use to control the symptoms. It's like strapping torches all over your body and then having to use all this energy to juggle all of these different torches in your day-to-day life because you don't believe there's a light at the end of the tunnel. But I believe there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I really do. There's been this journey around, identifying the triggers and the beliefs that underlie any kind of reaction that I have that shows up as anxiety. So a couple that I've identified are perfectionism. So this kind of overwhelm and this need to always be doing things right and this sense of being on a tightrope. And I know this is something that will apply to a lot of you. We have very high standards of ourselves. A lot of people who are devoted to the journey and devoted to spiritual work are so because of the high standards they have of themselves. So identifying that as a trigger, identifying taking responsibility for other people's feelings, as a big trigger, getting anxious if I don't feel like I'm able to control someone else's feelings. And I know that will apply to a lot of people watching this as well, because it's something that those who care and those who give and those who, want to nurture others have a tendency to do. So through identifying those triggers, I've noticed a really significant drop. And that's really what I wanted to share with you today. This big drop in the anxiety that I experience on a day-to-day basis, having identified those triggers and commencing the process of transforming them, which is why I believe there is hope. I've felt this drop. I felt my life really shift. And so, it's more close to my heart this 7 minutes because, I want everyone to know that that's possible, and not believe that they're going to be stuck like this forever. It doesn't mean anxiety is going to go away completely, and I think that's where this message that it's treatable, not curable, offers a service in one way, because if we never felt anxiety again, we wouldn't be human. It's a healthy biological response to perceived danger. But is there an opportunity to transform the way that it's not serving us in our lives? Absolutely. Absolutely. So I really want to empower you with that knowledge this week. And let you know that if you're needing support, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm still fumbling through this one. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm noticing big progress. And I'd love to share that and help anyone else who feels they would benefit from that support, particularly in the form of energy work or the energetic body work. I'm going to leave it there for today. I reckon we're approaching our 7 minutes. But lovely to see you again. Really looking forward to connecting soon, and you're so very loved. Take care, beautiful people, and like, share, subscribe, get the word out. Thank you.